Starting to the bottom left of Mongoli Beach for CJ Entus. We have the Zerg player in the lead in this series with the 1-0. It is
CJ Entus effort.
Started things off with a 10 pool last game. Very aggressive Zerg.
Yeah, was behind after the 10 pool and was able to come back into the series. Well played, but in all honesty, his opponent allowed it to happen. Starting to the top right for LGIM. Just all killed in the GSTL.
LGIM YoDa.
With a great record against Zerg.
He's going for a proxy counter in this game. Only one SCB though. Went across the map. No second one.
Now, talking about the statistics for the two of them, if you look at YoDa's statistic, he has by now a 62% win ratio against Zerg. He played 21 matches. Effort, on the other hand, with 16 maps played, has just 38% win ratio. He lost so many games. He lost against Flash, Maru, Bjorn, Innovation, TY, Fantasy, Cure. Whereas YoDa, the games that he lost were against opponents like Roro, Solki and Sniper, all former champions. But the last game was very disappointing by YoDa. He could have done so much more, and he just showed it the past weekend.
By the way, this barracks is instantly spotted.
Yeah, the Overlord scouts the barracks. This doesn't seem to be YoDa's day.
The timing for this is a little bit strange too. I can't see him making a factory there, and if he just starts a Reaper after he's been scouted like this, yeah, he will see how much gas is mining, but he's not going to really get too many kills, if any at all. This is a build that I would never really expect to see in this matchup quite like this. You know, if you go for the super fast Reaper, that's one thing, but this delayed Reaper?
The reason why this series is a little bit disappointing to me is because YoDa's Terran vs Zerg was close to being perfect when we saw him in the GSTL. He was everywhere on the map at once. He was dropping 2 spots, attacking with the main army, sending another run by to a 4th location of the Zerg player. And every Zerg that went up against him was just struggling to stay alive, trying to defend against blow after blow after blow. And YoDa looked kind of invincible in this matchup. And now him falling a little bit apart in game number 1, this is like really weird. I expected just fireworks in this game between the two of them. Now we have the bunker in the main base.
And he didn't actually target all the way there, but it's not going to work.
The SCV goes down and the bunker is never going to finish. He doesn't even
get the drone there.
Yeah, he's saving those with the spores.
This is even 100 more resources he's not going to have for his economy right now. He wants to cancel that right away. He's going to use it for high ground vision to try to pick off a Ling. But I almost feel like getting a Ling or 2 here is not worth the minerals. He needs to get the 75 back into his CC. He's not sending any SCVs back over here to complete this. The bunker's not really doing him any favors right now.
Effort is playing this very well. He has units everywhere where he needs them. He has the scout with the Overlord early on against the barracks. He has, of course, saved most of his drones. He detected the bunker. He prevented it from going up, took down the SCV, defended well against the Reapers. This is a very solid play by Effort.
Insanely good. Effort losing in total 100 resources versus the bunker cancel from YoDa. If you look at resources lost only, it's like, well, YoDa got an okay trade there. The thing is, his economy is so hurt by this. That's not shown in resources lost. That's shown in resources not gained. As you can see, if you look at the resource at the top right and see how fast Effort is really getting up in the minerals.
A double barracks in the main base now, a little bit hidden from the Overlord, but right underneath the Overlord's nose we see the command center coming up.
Right, and worker count 24 to 22. The barracks floats home. He's trying to use these Reapers, just really to no avail at this point in time. He needs to make sure he micros the weekend one back. Great target there by Effort.
Yeah, well done. Effort is just not making a lot of mistakes here, like barely any.
Yeah. Good targeting again by Effort on the weekend Reaper. Barely not able to kill it well. So YoDa makes a mistake.
Those mistakes were just not forced. I feel YoDa is a bit off today.
Yeah.
I don't think that he expected game 1 to go the way it did, and that he felt pressured in game number 2, and that he is now just a little bit nervous. This is of course the second round. You know, if you lose, you are still in the up and downs, but you want to go to the 3rd round and then go straight to the Premier League. And for YoDa, nothing works here. The Overlord now scouts in the main base, the double barracks with those 2 reactors. YoDa is in a very tight spot here, and this is he just looks nervous.
Yeah, it's almost as if he's expecting... He thinks the fans are expecting so much from him because of what he did in the GSTL, which they are, and they should be, as are we, you know, just watching this. He's going into an aggressive timing to follow this up, but so is Effort with the Roach Warren and the Baneling Nest. He's going for a Baneling Roach attack here. And there's no Siege Sinks, of course, there very likely will be none. He doesn't even have Widow Mines, no wall, no bunkers, because his entire build was messed up here.
Yeah, for Effort, on the other hand, everything is just going so well. He has the perfect amount of scouting information, he has the reaction, he's going into the Baneling Nest, the third base is being started here. And for him, everything is going well. It's a very solid build that he uses, his defense was great, and even though he has a very poor track record against against Terran in Heart of the Swarm, this is one of those games where you feel very confident. You're already ahead in the best of 3, you're looking at your defense, you said like, okay, I didn't really lose anything at all against my opponent, my build is working quite well, I have everything set up, I know exactly what he's doing, if I don't like miss micro or make a huge mistake here, then I will have a solid lead.
Yeah. Effort double spine here as he's starting to figure out what's going on, as he saw the barracks. Double reactored medevac coming out here. Stim a long way away, and that's something that Effort can feel very comfortable knowing, as he's seen all the add-ons with his Overlord. This Queen will go down most likely. Nice. Saves it initially, but he didn't actually turn it around.
Saves it for now. Few Zerglings at the top. Here come those Banelings. Great shot here by YoDa. Okay, unit control a lot better this time. Dodges those Banelings, but he can't get into the mineral line just yet. There's too many Spine Crawlers, too many Banelings.
Yeah, the Queen's still alive here. Also going to be posing a little bit of an annoyance to him. He's doing some damage to this hatchery, which could come into play later when he actually moves across the map with his bio units. So I like his choice to just camp the Hellions out here. If Everett goes for an attack, then he just micros against those units. Effort really having a problem, not only in Game 1, but in Game 2, especially here with making his Overlords on time. You can see that he has a lot of resources banked up, he just can't spend because the Overlords are ready.
That's definitely an issue in his play. So if you would actually like hold him for anything at all, this is definitely the one thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Zerglings now once again trying to run by, and these run-bys in game number 1 really made YoDa struggle. Now he has a great drop in his opponent's main base, and how is he going to deal with the run-by though? Here come the Marines doing their damage, the Lynx to the top right trying to get in once again, but I think this time he actually lifted those depots. Yes, he did.
He did raise the depots this time, but the bunker will fall. There's enough Marines to hold. And this is a critical on damage being done to Effort right now. He's losing way too much here. Needs to get those Banelings up and boom, there's the pickup.
And again in the main base.
Yeah, in the main base there's a spine, but it's too much DPS overall.
Really well done. YoDa, he didn't repair his structures to the top right, but in general, just the performance here so much better from YoDa now. At the beginning of the game, he looked very shaken, but now suddenly he seems to rely on his strengths again. He has a solid defense back at home, he defended against the run-by, he at the same time did damage to his opponent, used the medivacs for the elevator tactic between the third base and the main, and dodged all of the Banelings. So a lot of pressure against Effort now. YoDa maybe stabilizing and finding back to his old self here.
Yeah. He's 20 supply up right now. Look at the upgrades though. 1-1 already done for Effort, and he's relatively even when it comes to his 2-2 versus the 1-1 of YoDa. So he's going to have this cycle ahead. He's also getting the Spire out. So down in supply, but not out.
And you know, this is actually very uncharacteristic for YoDa's play. Oh, Zerglings once more moving in. Supply depots. Yeah, the SCVs are going to take care of this with the help of the Marines, but 4 or 5 of them are down.
Yeah, that was a nice little run by there.
What I wanted to say, like, it's very uncharacteristic for YoDa to be this far behind in upgrades. Usually he's the one who sets the pace for the upgrades.
And the reason why is because he went for this attack. He was desperate. He went for the double reactor barracks instead of getting those evolution chambers out, and that costs a lot of resources. So this is something that puts him behind in upgrades, but it was still a decent exchange for him.
Bit of a Ohana moment that we had there at the natural. No man left behind.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Oh no, YoDa. I mean, it's not disastrous, but it could have been a lot better. With a good split, he could have actually taken out a lot of the Banelings and then saved everything. He just has so much army. Right now, Effort is spending a lot of resources in the upgrades, in the Baneling speed, in the Spire now on these Mutalisks, and so the army supply for YoDa directly on the ground is so dangerous, and he's about to have Baneling speed against him.
Yeah, the tech advantage is great, and once again the run-bys. This is something where Effort really shines. Those run-by attempts are great, and they force YoDa back once on again. Maybe the Zerglings here. At least he saw them, okay? He knows what's going on, and he can chase them down. Oh wow, look at this mistake. I don't know if you already mentioned that, but the armory is so late. He can't go into +2/+2 Wolf.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I've not seen YoDa make a mistake like this in such a long time.
Yeah, he's also supply blocked right now. Will be changed in just a moment.
That is crazy. His upgrades are going to be so much delayed. +2/+2 is done for effort even before YoDa can start his own set.
Exactly. This is one of those things that may take its toll on YoDa in this game. Luckily for him, Zerg players take forever to get 3-3, or else this could be a major problem.
Yeah, that's true. But still, we have now for effort, we have him with a bit of a bank that he can use. He's going into the same composition again that he used in the last game. He's sealing Muta Baneling. And with the Mutalists in the map, he can now try to maybe find a way to attack his opponent where he's the weakest.
Assuming he can hit his overlords.
Yep. And YoDa, on the other hand, he tries. He looks a little bit like he's accepting his fate and playing a little bit more defensive. One with some few of the Vikings that are trying to chase down over. And again.
Oh, this is potentially disastrous. Oh.
And 21 Harvesters killed in the main base. The Mutalisks.
They're gonna kill more. They're gonna kill more.
Yeah, and this is just not looking good anymore.
YoDa he doesn't have any map presence. He always has this supply lead because for some reason effort doesn't hit his overlords, and also YoDa has a third base up and running for a while, but he's never able to really use his army to get some damage. So now he's finally trying for it, but he's gonna go on creep where there's a lot of Banelings speed. Banelings ready for him.
Yeah, here comes the army of effort. YoDa is on the run. The Terran player moving back, still a little bit of an army supply lead. He has another force to the right side of the map that he doesn't use. Apparently sent over there to intercept the run-bys, but at this point he needs them desperately at the third base to defend, and he doesn't send them over.
Here come the rest of those Banelings, speed Banes. I mean, I have to keep highlighting the speed because they're moving so fast. You're just barely getting into this hatchery or expansion, taking out a lot of the Harvesters. YoDa now down to 36 versus 75, so he's roughly 40 Harvesters down right now.
And massive, massive bank for effort. 2,000 minerals and a lot of gas. And I don't think that YoDa knows about those units to the right side of the map. They have been highlighted several times now by Legend, and YoDa just doesn't seem to see it.
Yeah. Maybe he put them over there to stop the run-bys that keep happening, but it's not worth it. Now he moves them, as you said. Some reactors may go down here in the main, gets one. This severely affects the production.
YoDa is now using those Mutalisks like a surgeon is using his scalpel. He's just cutting into YoDa, taking down building after building, structure after structure, runs into the main base and or in the natural and takes down units, especially of course the Harvesters. And another attempt to roll Banelings into his opponent's bases. And I don't think that does he see it this time?
He doesn't have those Marines there anymore, and he's got a few Widow Mines though. Those three should be enough.
Yeah. Okay. Well, two of the Banelings. Okay, takes down everything. This time he was much more successful with the defense.
Exactly. Effort takes a supply lead for the first time in a really long time in this game, but he's got total map control still. He is getting the infestation pit.
And upgrades are the same now. 2-2 for both of these players, as YoDa didn't start 3-3 yet. He's also a little bit low on economy here. We have 4 bases for effort, and YoDa is still on 3.
Right now the army supply massively ahead for YoDa. He's about 50 supply up in army because he has, all those SCVs were killed, and the bank that he built from that third base went into army. So he has this extreme advantage. The question is, can he utilize it properly? Again, just struggling to split his Marines here. Spine Crawlers for YoDa, a big annoyance. He's trying to move forward.
Yeah, there's a +3 right now. YoDa is moving in. He's really trying to put pressure on that third. We have the drop in the main base, but he doesn't really use it. The flank moving in.
Good Widowmine shots, but will it be enough? The second wave of Marines is coming through, and that's going to push these Mutas back. He can't fight this. He needs to fly away. He needs to fly away. He needs the rest of those Zerglings to fight with him if he wants to fight those Marines.
In the main base, talking about Marines, that set that he tried to use to hit the economy was taken out already. In overall supply, we have effort ahead, and he's moving in with the Zerglings. Immediately a surround on all those Marines, and they are being taken out. No chance for YoDa to save them.
No chance indeed, but here are the Widowmine shots. It's really hard to see those Widow Mines under the water. That's not a joke. I mean, when you come close to Widow Mine, you can see it for just a second before it fires. But underneath that water, I'm sure it's very, very difficult for him to do so.
Mutalisks in a bad spot here. Most of them taken out. They at least kill the Widow Mines here.
Yeah.
Here comes YoDa. These are those attacks that we've been talking about. Constant pressure by the Terran player. The LJM Terran moving in, taking out those 2 Spinecrawlers, but most of those Marines are gone, and suddenly the Meteorless can move in and take down one Medivac after another. Where's the rest of his units? 2 Widow Mines, once again getting their hits off against the air army, but YoDa, he doesn't stop.
YoDa's aggression is really starting to pay off here. He is getting intercepted though this time, and you're right, he's down on supply. Great detonations there. He knew exactly where the Widow Mines were without even having detection. GG!
Too much, he's still on 3 bases, he's running out of resources, and effort on 4. Well played,
man.
2-0.
That was a great series by him, I have to say. YoDa not playing the games I expected to see from him, but the fact that Effort was able to be down on supply for so long and just hold on. One thing I noticed about Effort's play that a lot of Zergs don't do is he makes 3 or 4 spines just to stop that parade push, and that buys him time while he's trying to morph Banelings, while he's trying to get his Mutas over there. It's really, really interesting, and I like it a lot.
I am disappointed by YoDa's performance today. I think nerfs maybe, I don't know, the first game probably threw him off a little bit. I'm not so... I mean, I can live with game number 2, but game number 1 was really... If you start up against a 10 pool and you defend without losing anything at all and you're ahead, and this game was just weird. Always if you compare it, of course, to the performance that we've seen from YoDa when he played against Zubu, he took down 4 Zerg players and he made them run the entire game, but in this series... That was a different YoDa. That was not what we saw in the GSTL.
His control was off. He couldn't raise his depots, and especially on Whirlwind when he was trying to go up that ramp, he just didn't split. That one major boo-boo he had when I guess he was looking at his natural where he walked all of his Marines into Banelings, that was what got Effort into that game again. And that's just one of those mistakes that is a basic mistake that a pro-level player should not make unless, you know, he's off. He's having an off day.
He was, in both games, he lost so much against those run-bys. We had Baneling run-bys and Zergling run-bys, and they took down so many Harvesters and always distracted him from the main battles that he wanted to fight. That was a big cause why he lost game number 1, and in game number 2, he lost with one of those Baneling attacks more than 20 Harvesters, and then later on another attack happened as well. So that is definitely where he has to... Well, he needs to improve a little bit if he wants to take the next series. But now he's in the up and downs. Effort, though, he goes to the 3rd round of the Challenger League, so congratulations.
And up next we have Protoss versus Protoss.
We have a mirror match. So, guys, stay tuned. We'll be back with the Challenger League in about 5 minutes. We'll be back after a break with a match between SOS and Rune. See you guys in a few.